This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
This
Just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Wednesday. It's Jeff and the ladies of DBL.
Yes.
Wow.
That was
Very excited.
The reaction I was expecting. All right, let's talk about some of my friends. George Clooney and Brad Pitt.
They're not your friends.
Oh, we're not?
No.
Oh, in my head we are. Okay, they're leaning into their bromance. I want to be part of it. They're on the cover of GQ talking about their upcoming Netflix movie, Wolves. Right? Not wolves?
Yeah, it's wolves because they're each lone wolves.
Yes.
And they have to work together.
Right.
But
Oh.
it should be wolves.
No, because they're not a pack.
Right, but there's no such word
I
as
know,
wolves.
but you can be creative.
You could be like my wife and call them woofs.
Is that what she calls
Yeah,
it?
she says woofs to
Yeah.
this day.
I
I'm like, it's
remember-
wolves.
Yeah, she was
She's
like, yeah,
no,
we're going to go to
wolves.
Meow Wolf.
I wish she was here while we were making fun
I
of her.
love Jordan. We love you.
They talked about how they check in on each other when things get bumpy in their lives. George Clooney also responded to Quentin Tarantino's claims that he's not a real movie star. How dare he? In an interview with Deadline last year, Quentin named Julia Roberts, Leonardo DiCaprio, Denzel Washington as legitimate movie stars, but said it's been a while since George Clooney had box office appeal. George got his start on TV in the 80s on The Facts of Life. Look at that. Then in ER in the 90s.
favorite.
He basically said Quentin can bleep off, but said he still respects him as a director. Listen, I think George Clooney's a movie star. I'm putting it out there. I respect Quentin Tarantino, of course.
He is a movie star, George Clooney. I love George Clooney. I tried to meet him in Lake Como.
That's right.
Very hard to try to meet him. Like,
You mean stalk is
no,
the
I
word.
just tried to run into him. But I will say he hasn't had any big box office appeal as of recent. So, and maybe they're kind of tongue-in-cheek at this. I mean, they might be friends given that Brad Pitt is really close with Quentin Tarantino.
Very
So
close.
Maybe it's just like how we razz each other.
I think it is.
It is like a bleep off
I
kind of
don't
thing.
know.
No,
I
it's
think
deeper.
I think you brought up an interesting point that George Clooney and Brad Pitt are friends who do covers together. Quentin Tarantino and Brad Pitt are friends. So in every relationship, you know, three's a crowd.
Yeah, there's jealousy there, man.
Three's a crowd, and Quentin's coming for George.
There's three ladies here. Who's the Brad, Quentin, and George of this group?
I think we know who's the one out.
That's not true.
But what does that mean?
Tarantorio.
No.
Oh my gosh!
I'm kidding.
Well,
Like, that's
what
like a very
I
dark
know.
turn.
Oh, wow, you're just like Quentin Tarantino. That's so horrible.
No, I know. But Tarantino and Clooney were in From Dusk Till Dawn together acting. I do kind of think it's a razzmatazz. And I do think that eventually, I think your theory might be right. Tell the people your theory.
Well, I was going to tell them, but now you said it.
Well, I'm setting you up. Tell
All right, here's my theory.
Okay, please.
I think that they are all friends, and I think Quentin's going to, he's going to do his 10th movie, which he promised, and I think George Clooney's going to be in that movie. That's what I think.
With else who?
With
else who?
With else who?
Yes.
Maybe a lot more wolves in there. Yeah,
Wolves
there'll
are
be
coming.
much more wolves. That's funny.
Move on.
Because
What?
Let's call the wolf was from Pulp Fiction, right?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Which is Quentin Tarantino.
Right.
Maybe he's upset about that. They took his title, one of his titles.
Interesting.
I think we're way off. All right, Brad also clarified what he meant about being on the last leg of his career. He made the comment while promoting his movie Bullet Train in 2022, but said he didn't mean to imply he was retiring from acting. He told GQ he meant it in terms of moving into a new phase or season in his career.
So fine.
Wow.
I've never
Did you see the tush tush?
Did you see everything? That man is like an architect. He's stunning.
I thought
He is
there was no
stunning.
love for Brad Pitt up here.
I'm obsessed
Did somebody
with
say
Brad
that?
Pitt. No.
Who
No.
said that?
I could have swore somebody said that, and I was like, "Are you
Did
crazy?"
you see him in the lime?
You see him in this
Can we
color?
wait till the?
Oh
there
my
we
God,
go.
that cheek. Oh my God.
You think he's pulling it out like Dumb and Dumber
for
style?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna be hanging at the bar.
Like no man looks good in a turtleneck, but these gentlemen just
Yeah.
kill
They're
it.
both so
I love
handsome.
a man in a
I
turtleneck.
love. It's hard to wear one. Though.
You know what? That is a good sign.
What?
You can wear a turtleneck.
If you're handsome or
Thank
not,
you.
if you could pull off a turtleneck, you're handsome.
You know we've
Thank
you
you.
know you wear turtlenecks on
No,
the
I
show.
first of all, I did it one time in 7 years, and I was mocked for the rest of the time.
I stood
It
up
might
for
be a
you.
reason why we're going off the air.
stood up for you, okay? I love men in turtlenecks. I think it's very chic and classy.
European.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I
You
love
buy
it.
him for
I think
Anthony?
it's great. I do. He's not
Your
a
husband?
huge
Yeah.
turtleneck. Like he'll do like a mock neck. I'll get him in like more of like one of like Jeff will do the sweater jams. Like he likes a good sweater jam with like a chunkier
Knit.
neck type.
Chunkier
Yeah.
knit.
Yeah, but I try to steer him in the right direction. Sometimes he just wants to fight me on things like
My
that.
husband, what
I'm
is
like,
that about?
Bruh, first of all, you're welcome because I'm making you look better. Secondly, don't fight me on these things because I'm making you look better.
She's correct on both.
I appreciate it. All right, we're getting a first look at the men featured in the upcoming Golden Bachelorette. Joanne Vassos, who...
Joan.
Oh, sorry. Jesus. God forbid I get that wrong. Joan Vassos, who is 61, will have her pick among 24 men who range in age from 57 to 69. Let's take a look.
Good.
They'll want to take a bite out of the apple. 60 is the new 40.
I started pickleball.
I'm into fashion and fast cars.
Can't hammer a nail, but can I cook? Hell yes.
We're not what our grandparents were.
You get old when you stop playing and learning.
There's a need to love and be loved. That never escapes us.
Ooh.
I didn't think I was going to like that. I like that.
A lot of
I like those
cuties.
guys. Yeah. The
Talk
cast
about turtleneck.
does, nobody was wearing a turtleneck.
Okay.
The cast does have one familiar face, 57-year-old Mark, who was called Kelsey's hot dad. When he appeared on The Bachelor, he won hearts of fans after talking about losing his wife back in 2018. So he's back.
And he is, just I'm hearing in my ear, guys, red alert, he is the youngest at 57. Kelsey's hot dad.
Well, he'll be one of the 24
Correct.
contestants, or he's like consulting?
No, he is one, and he's
Yeah.
the youngest of them all.
I don't care. I don't care what happened with Gary. I am all in. I am
Nice.
back in.
Nice.
This makes me, I mean, just watching the promo. And we all know what happened. We know it was a
Gary.
debacle, but there
Gaslight
was
Gary.
not one single face in this studio, not one single face that didn't have a smile on it.
You're right.
This is feel-good television, and I predict, much like historically happened with the original Bachelor, Bachelorette, that this one, because the woman is doing the picking, this is going to last.
This will
I
work
agree.
out.
This is going to last.
But can I be honest? If this turns into another Gaslight Gary, it will go. This won't work. This has to work out. These two at least have to make it
don't
past
see her
3
being-
months. It can't go. It has to work out
I don't
for
think
this.
it's gonna
Joan's
work
going to
out.
be a gaslighter.
I hope not.
No.
Gary. Okay.
You know what I don't like?
What?
Me?
No, I love you. I don't like when like wardrobe tries to dress up older people.
The dude in the leather?
No, just go to the no collar with like the. But I have one too, so I'm part of the problem. But just the jacket that's unzipped with the no collar. Watch the first guy.
Not a good look.
This guy. Oh, he has a collar.
What about dude?
Anyways, I just see like comedians and other people, or people go on talk shows and they put that on, and it's like
You just wore that.
I'm 30.
Yeah.
No, dude, you're not.
I know.
Yeah,
It's like
right.
them in a costume. The guy with the leather jacket shaking the martini was too much for me.
Too much. You know, wardrobe just handed
I
him
know.
that. You just wear your own stuff. You know what I mean?
I don't think you do.
No, maybe
no,
not.
You gotta
because
dress
they're
up.
single, so they don't have somebody in their lives to say, "Hey, don't wear that."
Oh, like the Erica and the Anthony.
Exactly.
I miss the days of, remember, like you got a gig and it was a little job and they're like, bring your own wardrobe, and you have all this stuff and then they just give you the clothes. Then the next job, you're like, where's your wardrobe? I'm like, I thought you guys had clothes for me, so you can't win.
Welcome to LA. It's the worst. You lug your whole thing around.
That was a good story. Nobody's listening anymore. Coming up on DBL, we're talking with David Arquette all about his new movie that explores grief with humor and the story of a billionaire who becomes famous for paying celebrities for being his +1 at events. Welcome back to DBL. The late Australian billionaire Richard.
Austrian.
Oh boy, I'm stuck on the Australian breakdancer. Austrian billionaire Richard Lugner passed away this week at the age of 91. He was married to his sixth wife for only 2 months. Worked out well for her before he died. Sorry, it's what's everyone thinking.
Right.
But he was also known for hosting Hollywood stars for his annual Vienna Opera Ball. Paris Hilton was his date in 2007 at the height of her Simple Life fame. He took Pam Anderson to the ball in 2003. Some of his other dates include...
Kid Rock in the back.
Oh, he was? So
Yeah,
he
looking real weird.
But is that when they were dating?
Probably when they were
Yeah. They took chaperones.
Farrah Fawcett, Andy McDowell, Spice Girl Jerry Halliwell, and Goldie Hawn. So get this, he reportedly paid Kim Kardashian $500,000 to be his date in 2014, and she brought her mom Kris along as a chaperone, which is also her manager, which means she gets 10% of that.
Yeah. 15.
No, what?
15%.
Managers get 10%.
15%.
You're
15%.
overpaying.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Antiquated.
Nope. 10% agents, 15% managers.
That's not true.
In the
It
90s.
is. Yeah. All right. We'll see.
We'll see.
I watched some weird documentary with this guy.
I'm kind of interested in this
It's really
Lugner
cool.
dude.
And
Yeah.
apparently, because when people first heard about this, like this was at Us Weekly, it was on People magazine when Kim Kardashian did it, and people were calling her a call girl. But in reality, it's a way for him to have some sort of status, but he doesn't expect anything from any of them. He flies them in, they get to bring their boyfriend, husband, mom, whoever they want, and they just attend the event with him to bolster his status. It's as simple as that.
Works out well for both of them. Yeah.
It is transactional. It's open, and also, can I say, brings eyeballs to the opera, which is delightful if you've ever been to a Viennese opera. The height, really, of the alto, mezzo, sopranos.
That sounds great. That's great, Tori.
Thanks.
Thank you for bringing culture to our show.
If some gorgeous elderly woman.
I'm in.
Would Jordan be okay?
Yeah, she
500
could
grand.
come.
Yeah.
What if they said Jordan can't come?
Listen, at this point, my money is her money, so she doesn't care.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the right answer. Coming up on DBL, friend of the show, David Arquette, is telling us how he's taking on a different role to help people conquer loss. Welcome back. We all know David Arquette from the Scream movies, but now he's taking on a new project aimed at grief in his new movie, The Good Half. He's one of my favorites in Hollywood. Check it out.
Please welcome back David Arquette.
So glad to be here.
We love you here. David, your new movie, The Good Half, is actually quite a departure from your typical movie choice, as you're playing a grieving spouse. I wanted to ask you, my father's now become a grieving spouse. I'm sort of in the middle of that. What made you want to take on this role?
It's really, I mean, we all go through it, and it's such a painful process. This film deals with it in a very personal way, in a humorous way. It finds the sort of awkward moments that a family also goes through. And it's just a really well-directed film by Robert Schwartzman. He did such a wonderful job. It's amazing. Nick Jonas is the lead, and he just really is a incredible actor, and he does such a great job balancing the humor and the sort of drama of the family dynamic.
You've also been very generous with your own experiences. This movie takes a look at the dynamics of grief, but you've already been very open about your grief journey after the loss of your sibling Alexis. So how did you approach this role with that in mind?
Oh man, I found that one of the best ways to heal is to really find gratitude in having those people in your life for any amount of time that you did. Gratitude for the times that you spent together, the memories that you shared with them. Just really keep them alive in your hearts. And the more you can lean into that gratitude, the sort of more thankful you could be that you actually had them as your sibling or your parent or your in-law, whatever it is.
Beautifully said. Okay, so you mentioned you worked with Nick Jonas. Of course, I saw Brittany Snow in there, Matt Walsh, so many other awesome actors. I know it's a heavy role, but was there anything really funny that happened behind the scenes that you want to share with us?
There was a lot of funny stuff. I mean, yeah, it's Brett, the writer, he took it from his own personal experiences, and I play a character named Rick, who's the stepfather, who doesn't really take the rest of the family's feelings into consideration and just kind of plans this stuff and doesn't really, he's kind of in denial about what he's going through. He just wants to get it over with. So it's really funny playing this character because I'm a people pleaser at heart. So I'd want to like laugh at certain things or smile at certain things, but my character wouldn't. He'd be annoyed by everything. So whatever I would think, I would go completely the opposite way.
David, usually I'm annoyed by everything, but your face makes me smile, man. So we're on the same page here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You too.
Yes, I love it. So The Good Half premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival last year and got a great reception. But we've done stories about actors who had 7-minute standing ovations at the Cannes Film Festival.
What's that?
Yeah, that's insane, David. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, what's that?
Well, having never experienced a 7-minute standing ovation at the Cannes Film Festival, I wouldn't know. But I would think that it would be pretty flattering.
I guess you're right. I know.
But 7 minutes is a
7 minutes is a little
long
obnoxious.
time.
It's like, all right.
It hasn't even been 7 minutes in this interview.
No.
You're just standing there.
4 minutes plus another 3?
But 7 minutes in anything is good enough for me.
Read between the lines there, David.
I have to get this question in because I know anybody that saw your interview the last time you were here wants a follow-up, as do I. So I have to know, how are things going with Bozo and your clown collective? Talk to us.
Oh my gosh, we just had an incredible event in Nashville. We supported an organization called Nashville Peacemakers, who do really incredible. It was a citywide baby shower, and yeah, we gave out a bunch of strollers and diaper bags, and we performed a song. We had Jozo Bozo, the first female Bozo the Clown,
Yes.
and his royal kindness, who's an amazing guy named Keenan Walker, who is part of the Bozo crew, and we all performed a song called Clown Crazy. So it's out there.
David, we absolutely adore you. Congratulations. I can't wait to see this film. To our audience, you can see The Good Half on August 13th at the Saban Theater in LA or in theaters nationwide starting August 16th. Thank you again. Good to see you.
So good
we'll be
talking
right
to you.
back.
Thank you.
Bye, David.
Thanks.
Welcome back to DBL. We all have a list of unfinished products around the house and a
Projects.
Oh, man.
My Lord.
And a bathroom. How am I going to get work now? The bathroom remodel can be one of the most daunting, but it doesn't have to be. Experts say, now you're making me nervous. Creating timelines and setting smaller goals throughout a project can help you check those boxes quicker. So you guys got any?
I want my bathroom redone, but I don't have the funds right now. You're really good at this stuff. So what would you recommend? Like, can I tile myself?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think you can.
Do you use something called grout?
If you want to do the real way, like if you want to put the cement down and stuff,
pretty tile.
you could. There's so many like wood ones that you could just pop in like with the little mallet, or just like the stick ones that you could do that are very easy. Yeah, it's very easy.
What about marble?
Well,
now we're going up.
Where do you live? You have the same job as me.
She lives in Versailles.
That's right. But it's something, and I've seen them at Home Depot. You could get beautiful stuff for Etsy, and you just use something called grout, and you do it.
You just named two different places.
But Etsy has really pretty handmade tiles you could buy.
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't know how to put them in.
Handmade.
Yeah, handmade, right. I just don't know how
that
to-
doesn't sound like budget.
No. No.
Cross one major project off your list with the help of Tori Shulman. No! By calling Jacuzzi, they can help you do it the right way. Jacuzzi offers an unmatched, stress-free remodeling process. Call 800-996-0017 or visit jacuzzibathremodel.com. So before we go, have you ever wondered what really happens behind the scenes at DBL? We pulled back the curtain pretty well on the show. But now is your chance to get the scoop and ask the questions that you want. Join us next Thursday, August 22nd, for a live podcast event that we're calling Daytime Talk After Dark. Just scan the QR code on your screen and join us virtually. When you buy a ticket, you can also submit your question and we could answer it live. So don't miss out and get your tickets now. What do you think people want to hear the most?
Erica is on, so this is all presented by Erica's production company. Thank you. But you've probably seen some of the questions. How deviant are they?
Deviant.
Or devious.
Like, there's some questions that might require some diplomatic answers. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is there any that are like really going to be like, what is the thing that you can't stand about Sam? That type of stuff?
Maybe.
Oh! There's nothing we can't stand about you.
Some of your wardrobe choices. I said some. I said some.
We bought that for
Not
her.
Barnacle Bill the Sailor over here. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.